Have you ever imagined a world where entire ways of thinking, ancient wisdom, and unique cultures just vanish without a trace? This isn't the plot of a science fiction movie. It's happening right now. Every 2 weeks, a language dies. With it, a unique human voice, a distinct way of seeing the world, is silenced forever. What are we losing when these ancient voices fall silent? It's more than just words. It's the erosion of our collective human heritage. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of this silent crisis. We'll explore the unique knowledge embedded in these endangered languages. From ancient botanical secrets to revolutionary ways of understanding time and space. We'll meet the last speakers, the heroic individuals carrying the weight of their entire culture on their shoulders. And most importantly, we'll discover what we can do right now to help keep these voices alive. This is a story about loss, but it's also a story about hope, resilience, and the incredible power of the human voice. Let's start with a journey to the Amazon rainforest, home to countless indigenous communities. For generations, shamans and healers have passed down an immense knowledge of medicinal plants. This isn't just folklore. It's a sophisticated biological library, all stored and transmitted through their native languages. For example, the Kalawaya people of the Andes, who are traditional healers, have a secret language used specifically for medicinal knowledge. This language contains the names, uses, and preparation methods for thousands of plants. Western science is only just beginning to tap into this knowledge, with many modern medicines originating from plants first identified by indigenous peoples. When a language like Kalawaya becomes endangered, we don't just lose vocabulary, we risk losing the key to potential cures for diseases that plague humanity. An elder's last breath could take with it the secret to a life-saving remedy that we never even knew existed. It's like burning down a library before we've had a chance to read the books. Now, let's think about something as fundamental as color. In English, we see a rainbow with 7 distinct colors. But what if I told you that this isn't a universal truth? The way we perceive and categorize the world is profoundly shaped by our language. The Barinmo people of Papua New Guinea, for instance, have a single word that covers what we would call green and blue. It's not that they can't see the difference. Their language just doesn't find it important to distinguish them. Instead, they have multiple distinct words for different shades of brown and yellow, reflecting the importance of those colors in their jungle environment. Similarly, some languages have no words for left or right. Instead, they use cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. A speaker of Gugu Yimithir from Australia would say, "There's a bug on your north leg instead of your left leg." This forces them to have a constant, almost superhuman sense of direction. These aren't just linguistic quirks. They represent entirely different cognitive maps of reality, different ways of experiencing the world. When these languages disappear, we lose access to these diverse modes of human thought, narrowing our understanding of what it even means to be human. The loss of language is also a deeply personal and cultural tragedy. Language is the lifeblood of a community. It carries songs, stories, jokes, and ancestral histories. It's how a grandmother sings a lullaby to her grandchild, how a community celebrates its triumphs and mourns its losses. Imagine being the last person on earth who speaks your mother tongue. That's the reality for people like Cristina Calderon, who was the last fluent speaker of the Yagan language from Tierra del Fuego before she passed away in 2022. She carried the entire oral history of her people. Every story, every unique expression, every piece of wisdom accumulated over millennia rested with her. When the last speaker of a language dies, a connection to the past is severed. The community's identity is fractured, and a profound sense of isolation and loss can descend upon the younger generations who can no longer speak with their elders in the language of their ancestors. This is a wound that can affect a community's mental and spiritual well-being for decades to come. So why is this happening? The forces driving language extinction are complex and powerful. Globalization plays a huge role. The dominance of a few global languages like English, Mandarin, and Spanish in commerce, media, and the internet creates immense pressure for people to abandon their native tongues in favor of what's seen as the language of opportunity. This isn't always a free choice. Throughout history, governments have actively suppressed minority languages through policies that forbid their use in schools and public life. This was a deliberate tool of assimilation and control, designed to erase cultural identity. Think of the boarding schools in North America and Australia, where Indigenous children were punished for speaking their own languages. The trauma from these policies echoes through generations, creating a sense of shame around speaking one's native tongue. Economic pressures also force people to move from their ancestral lands to cities for work, disconnecting them from the communities where their language is spoken daily. It's a perfect storm of social, political, and economic forces, all pushing these languages closer to the edge. But this isn't a story without hope. All around the world, there are incredible efforts to revitalize and reclaim these endangered languages. This is where the story turns from one of loss to one of incredible resilience and innovation. Technology, once a driver of homogenization, is now being harnessed to save languages. Mobile apps, online dictionaries, and YouTube channels are being created by communities to teach their languages to a new generation. In Hawaii, the Aha Pipi Nana Leo movement started with a few families who wanted to raise their children speaking Hawaiian. They created language immersion preschools. From those humble beginnings, the movement has grown into a system of K-12 schools and even a university program, all taught in Hawaiian. The language, once on the verge of extinction, is now spoken by a new, vibrant generation. We're also seeing language nests, where elders and young children come together in an immersive environment, passing the language on naturally, just as it was done for centuries. These intergenerational programs are not just about teaching words, they are about rebuilding community and healing historical wounds. Dedicated linguists are working with the last speakers to document everything they can, creating written records, audio archives, and dictionaries. This work is a race against time, but it provides a vital foundation for future revitalization efforts. Even if a language falls asleep, as some activists prefer to say, this documentation ensures that it can one day be woken up by future generations. This fight is not just for linguists or for the communities themselves. We all have a role to play. So, what can you do? First, simply being aware is a huge step. By watching this video, you're already contributing. Share what you've learned. Talk about this issue with your friends and family. The more people who understand what's at stake, the more support there will be for revitalization efforts. If you're a traveler, seek out opportunities to learn a few words in the local, indigenous language of the place you're visiting. It shows respect and acknowledges the value of that culture beyond the dominant national language. You can also support organizations that are on the front lines of this work. Groups like the Endangered Languages Project, WikiTongues, and the Living Tongues. Institute for Endangered Languages do incredible work documenting languages and supporting community-led revitalization projects. A small donation can help fund the recording equipment for a linguist or support a language nest for a year. And look within your own community. Are there indigenous or minority languages spoken in your region? Support local cultural centers, attend events, and advocate for these languages to be taught in schools. Celebrate linguistic diversity as the treasure it is. Every effort, no matter how small, contributes to a world where these ancient voices are not silenced, but celebrated. It's about recognizing that every language offers a unique masterpiece of human thought. By saving them, we are not just preserving the past, we are enriching our collective future. The world is a tapestry woven with thousands of different linguistic threads. Each time a thread is pulled, the entire tapestry weakens. The loss of a language is an intellectual and spiritual crisis for all of humanity. We lose ways of knowing, ways of being, and ways of imagining. But as we've seen, this is not an inevitable tragedy. It is a choice. We can choose to stand by and watch as this priceless heritage disappears, or we can choose to listen, to learn, and to act. Let's choose to be the generation that turns the tide. Let's work towards a future where the symphony of human voices, in all its wonderful diversity, can continue to be heard for millennia to come. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If this topic moved you, please give this video a like and share it to spread the word. And do not forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the fascinating and important stories that shape our world. What are your thoughts on language preservation? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.